live.
Hey guys.
Let everybody get on real quick. Catch up. Give it a couple more seconds.
Yeah, so we're rolling in. It's starting to get cooler now.
Right. Finally chilly here in Texas.
Yeah.
Right.
So, do you like it whenever it gets colder? I bet you do.
For a moment. I mean, in the winter, I always crave the summer activities. In the summer, I'm like, ooh, it'd be fun, go hunting, go out in the woods,
hunting,
that kind of stuff,
yeah.
go camping. Mm-hmm. It's too hot to go camping in the summer here.
Yeah, so that's not going to happen. 100%. Going out and sleeping in 105-degree weather, that's a hard no.
No,
yeah.
not fun.
Not
fun. All right, so I think we got everybody here. So, hey guys, this is Dr. B and Dr. J with Texas FHC. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about the season, right? So, have you been feeling off lately? Maybe your energy is getting a little low. You want some more carbs. Your motivation just isn't the same anymore. So that's what we're going to be talking about. So today we're diving into the SAD effect.
Yeah.
That's what they call it, seasonal affective disorder, or
SAD. You know what? Like, it hits me. It hits me every year. I'm like, right. Oh, man.
Well, and then they throw a time change on top of it. Right? Just no fun.
I crave the sun. I crave going outside, all of that. So whenever it starts to get cold, it's just not my favorite. For some people, they love it, all about it. That's great.
You love the snow, though.
Yeah.
She likes the snow.
Yeah, I love the snow, but that's different because
you visit the snow.
I get to leave it, right. And usually I have like 4 different layers on,
right?
And I'm going skiing or snowboarding
in the cold.
Yeah, exactly. It's a little different.
So today we're going to be talking a little bit about what SAD is and why it is, and what maybe you can do to help it out. Some natural remedies to the scenario.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of SAD? Right. We've heard of like the SAD diet. I think most people like the standard American diet. We've heard of that. But SAD is seasonal affect syndrome. So.
Right. So the seasonal affective disorder, that's what we're looking at. Who loves fall, right? Drop an emoji in the chats there. Show us your favorite fall emoji. Is it the pumpkin spice lattes, or is it the changing of the leaves? Like, what's your favorite part about fall? So what's happening this time of year that gives us this SAD effect?
Well, I mean, it's getting darker earlier. So like the days are getting shorter. And that genuinely does affect your mood and how you feel. I mean, most of you are probably already feeling a little bit of that right now, especially with the time change.
Right. So a lot of us have heard of like people get the words like circadian rhythms and things like that. So this is like rudimentary stuff that's back caveman days, the way that our system runs behind the scenes. And so whenever the body senses less and less sunlight, it starts to change hormone levels. Like for instance, when we see less and less hours of sunlight, we get less serotonin. So we get a mood and motivation drop. Our body starts calming down a little bit. And likely the intention of that is that every creature this time of year starts to slow down.
Yeah.
Right. There's less food. There's going to be less available. There's less to do. So we don't need to be as ramped up as we were. Now we're all in air conditioning and working hard. So we don't really have that chance. And so we don't get to slow down. We don't get to have our winter mood.
No.
We're not hibernating.
Yeah. Go full bore all the time.
Right? And so we're just running. Even our body increases melatonin. So naturally increases melatonin so that we sleep more.
Yeah.
And so this is where we're supposed to catch up. And
like, that's kind of funny. Like you kind of naturally feel more tired, but yes, you actually increase melatonin, right? And that's what helps you go to sleep.
Right. And then naturally we get less exposure to the sunlight. So we're going to lose some vitamin D. We're going to see more fatigue, more immune problems. So like our immune system's not as strong without that vitamin D, and we get sick a little bit more often.
Right.
So the flu starts to pick up in the winter, other than the exposure to children and everybody else.
I was about to say, but also we are indoors for a lot of it with a whole bunch of people, which is lovely and wonderful because we get together and all of that. But at the same time, we are in close proximity to a lot of people with our immune system down. So
more flus,
more
viruses, more fun, right? So, and then like we were talking about, the actual rhythm of your body starts to change. And there's, again, rudimentary reasons for that. We need to calm down this time of year because there's just not as much available. And so this is a holdback from caveman days,
Hmm.
keeping us together so that we can survive the winter. And that's the big part about what we do. We spend all summer and all spring getting ready for this. We're packing on weight. We're eating all the gluttony and the foods. We're running around preparing. Now the winter's time to slow down, calm down, and just keep yourself alive. And so that's what our body's trying to prepare us for.
And so really we need to, if you can, calm down during this time, right? So
if it's available.
Right. Yeah. De-stress as much as possible. Get your 7 to even 9 hours of sleep. And it's really good for your immune system as well. So since you are bringing down your immune system, if you also are bringing down your sleep, it's like a double hit on your health, but like a double hit on your immune system as well.
Yeah.
So as we are bringing down our immune system, we kind of have to take better care of ourselves during this time in order to not have a grave impact on our health.
Yeah. And analogy, I think of it like putting your cell phone on low power mode. Right, so you've changed your output levels. You can still get things done, but it's just not as amazing as it was. It's a little bit slower. Things aren't going as fast, and even the charge times are going to be different. So it's going to take a lot longer to catch up. And so a little bit more sleep during this time of year. That's the reason that we have, the longer nights, so less sunlight. We're sleeping more, and our body needs to follow that sunlight rhythm, right? Do you know any anemia symptoms? I mean, definitely anemia is a lot of issues for people. So they're always going to be fatigued and tired, winded very easily. Really severe symptoms are going to be like brain fog, blood pressure issues, but just generally people are going to talk about severe fatigue. Like I'm just like, all the time. Right. And generally it's not going to be affected much by the seasons on the anemia.
And that's a different entity on its own, right? In all reality.
Very similar symptoms though. So just you're going to be really tired, you need to sleep more. You don't want to sleep more, and you just go just all the time, right? So definitely in the conversation there. So yeah. All right. So you're not just being lazy. It's that the season is here to be lazy. Your body's telling you, hey, that's what you got to get it, right? Let's talk about the fall body-mind connection. So in the fall, the seasons slow down. Everything's slowing down. The leaves are dropping off the tree. All the animals are starting to relax a little bit more. We're starting to relax a little bit more. We're starting to just get ready for that slower winter season. So we need to go to bed a little bit earlier. So that's what we're talking about. We need to sleep more. So follow the sun, right? Not the Netflix. So just because Netflix is still rolling doesn't mean that you don't need to get some more sleep.
Yeah.
The wonderful thing about the time change, if you
and people used to do this.
Yeah.
Like this, it kind of seems a little weird, perhaps, right? They're all like, oh, like it's just getting darker early or whatever. Doesn't matter. Plow through. But people used to like rise and go to sleep with the sun, and so whenever we had shorter days, that means that's
what it was. Yeah.
Right. So that means they actually slept more.
Right. And then with the time change, you can give yourself a little bit more opportunity, so you can sleep in a little bit more, right? And if you go to bed roughly the same time that you were before, if it's available, right, you're going to get that extra hour of sleep. So we're going to see a little bit better recoveries, less of that tiredness and the misery. Definitely spend a little more time unplugged in the morning too. So one of the things is we get a lot less sunlight. So if you wake up with the sun, you get some sun exposure in the morning, a little unplugged. So sitting there drinking your coffee or whatever, give it that 10 to 15 minutes in the sun somehow, like standing in front of a window, sitting outside if you can, getting a little bit more sun in the morning. It's going to help trigger a lot of those things to keep things rolling.
Yeah.
I
always prefer to work by a window just for this reason.
Right. That's why we got the nice big windows here for all of our sunlight, right? So getting a little bit more sun exposure is going to be good. And then to really combat some of the depressive portions of this, so as those hormones change, a lot of people have a propensity to get that seasonal affective depression too. to help us combat that. Obviously, unplugging, sleeping more is going to help us a bit, but do some more mindful things. So maybe sitting down for a slight meditation or daily reflection. So in the morning, we're like, ooh, what was yesterday about? What were we
And you can look
doing?
those up on like Spotify or
Oh, yeah.
YouTube, and it'll walk you through it.
Yeah, there's lots of guided meditations,
Mhm.
super quick, 5-10 minute, even
Yeah.
20 minute. Just a little bit of that mindfulness is going to go a long way to help calm your mind so that you can get in a better mindset and situation for it.
And all of this, like, if you're really paying attention, right, all of this rolls into one another,
Yeah.
right? So our immune system is down. We're usually getting a little bit less sleep, right? But we need more sleep, but we're just getting less. But then we're a little more stressed, right? And then it loops back around, right? And that feeds back into a lower immune system, getting less sleep and more stress.
Yeah.
So it has like a feedback loop during this season.
Yeah, for sure. And so there's lots of things that we could do. So, if you guys got any ideas or things that you love to do in the fall, throw it in the comments. What things do you do?
Chai
to stay a little
lattes.
bit more
Everybody
grounded?
loves chai lattes.
Chai latte.
And I feel like
pumpkin spice chai
pumpkin,
lattes.
yeah, and like pumpkin spice candles. I feel like that's a thing. Dr. B will light a fire.
Yeah,
That's
having
his thing.
A good wood fire.
Yeah, a
like
good
real
wood fire.
It
Yeah,
makes me
big fan.
feel very seasonal. That's my thing. Watching a fire, sitting there just relaxing, looking at a fire.
Poking
That's
at it.
my good thing. My good go-to. Let's talk about food. All right. So
Okay.
like nutrition in the fall and the winter. So a lot of the foods that would be available are the things that are going to be the best for us. So we think like seasonal things. So like pumpkin, squash, sweet potatoes, those things have a lot of
Apples.
beta carotene in it. Those things did survive the winter. And so those are good storage vessels. Like you put an apple in a barrel in cold water, it'll last years. And so those are the things that we would have over the winter. And it makes a lot of sense that those would be the things that we would eat during the winter. So
kale.
Yep, kale and spinach. Those are all getting taken up in the fall. And so those are things that we would normally eat. So if you add a little bit more of those things to your diet, we should see an increase in beta carotene. Some things that have vitamin D in them are going to be really good. Taking a supplemental vitamin D is probably one of the ways to go too.
Yeah, 100%. Like you can get some of these things through your diet, but also like supplementation too. So eat the right things and supplement, not just one.
Right. And then one of the other things that a lot of people miss out on is hydration. So it's not as hot, we're not as miserable, I'm not drinking as much water, and so we don't stay as hydrated. And teas do count. So herbal teas, things that don't have a lot of caffeine in them, those do count as
chamomile
hydration,
tea.
right?
Oh, that's
those herbal teas, those are pretty good to go to. Getting a little bit like forced activity. So I want to stay in bed curled up in the blankets. I don't really want to do anything. I don't want to go for my morning walk or my after dinner walk because it's dark and it's cold. Right. And so making sure that you force yourself to stay active at least 10 to 15 minutes is going to help us too.
And so if you need to like plop that in the middle of your day.
Yeah.
Right.
Go on an afternoon walk.
Yeah.
When it's the warmest outside, the sun's out, it's going to help you out quite a bit. Make sure that you be a little bit more mindful of the diseases this time of year too. So if you wash your hands a little bit more frequent, avoid touching your face, your nose. Most of the viral diseases are going to come through the mouth, the nose, and the eyes, and it's because we're touching things and touching ourselves. So if you get out of that habit, like I'm not always, touching my hands to my face, it's going to help a lot, prevent you from being as sick as you could be. So a lot of this, we're talking about the immune system and what the immune system is doing this time of year. So you could really think of your immune system kind of like a team, right? So sleep's probably the number one thing that helps our immune system and our metabolism. So making sure that you get enough
everything.
Sleep, right? And it sound like a broken record. Always like sleep. Yeah, you need to bulk up working out. You should sleep more.
But it's because so we don't understand. At least I think that most people don't understand. Like whenever you sleep, like that is your recharge and grow and fix it mode.
Yeah.
Like all things happen whenever you're sleeping, right? Okay, so you can kind of think of it like a computer, right, with tabs open. Right? Did you like that? Yeah, but that's okay.
Probably have 60 tabs
open. Right. So like during the day, you have like your 25 tabs open, right? you're moving, you're walking, you're talking, you're doing whatever else, you're working, right? You're thinking, you're doing all of these things and trying to accomplish them, right? So you are in work mode, you are in doing mode. But whenever you are sleeping, all of those tabs get shut off. And so the tabs that can go on now go on. And so now we're talking about repair, we're talking about growth. And that is what's going to be prioritized during your sleep. So, genuinely, every day that you miss adequate sleep, and new parents know this, college students know this, the next day you are not going to function as well. But it's accumulative too. Because remember, every night that you miss sleep, you're missing that recharge station. And so you're not recharging your battery as you need to. And you can only run so long during the day without recharging your battery at night. Just is what it is.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
sleep.
Yeah.
Sleep. Making sure that we're hydrated. Our systems, the whole thing works better with hydration. And so that's definitely part of the scenario.
Mhm.
So our immune system is important to it, and then make sure that we eat a little bit better. Making sure that we're eating some more of those, less sugars, less fats, that kind
Yeah.
of thing. Staying more in the lower carbohydrates, so whole foods, the
Whole foods.
squashes and everything else. The succotash is a good thing to go with, or the soups. Those are usually going to be better for us this time of year.
And it's better because they have more nutrients, and as they have more nutrients, then we're able to feed back into that immune system.
Right. And then, so sleep, we're making sure that we're being mindful of those things that are going on around us, and then think about like our environment. So if we can create a better environment for our brain for the depressive part of this is really important too. So like we were talking about earlier, sometimes journaling helps. So in the morning, if you're writing down a couple of things about what happened the day before or what your plans are for this day, organizing those thoughts a little bit is going to help declutter the mind.
Increasing that gratitude.
And it's gonna help increase those levels of dopamine and everything else that we're having decreases in.
Right. Increasing that love.
Right.
That love
all those
hormone.
things, right?
Because if you have enough gratitude, you just can't have room for all of the other nasty stuff. Like
Right.
you just can't.
Hard to be negative when you're just
It
happy
it
about
is,
all
yeah.
the things that
And I
you
ain't saying it's easy, hence gratitude journal.
right. Force yourself into
But
it.
if you force yourself into it, it leans you in that direction.
And then come up with a good nighttime ritual. So like, I'm going to sit down with a hot cup of tea. I'm going to snuggle up and read a book.
Yes.
And I'm going to do the things to calm down.
Right.
I mean, Netflix really doesn't count as like self-care. So like binge watching some Netflix at night is probably not the best way to mentally calm down, or scrolling through your phone.
We like
not the best way to go.
We like to watch some documentary on like Egyptology.
Something like that, or somebody putting something together, so something technical.
Right.
So it's calming. It's not really exciting. So those are the things that we like to watch in the evening. Something that we're not going to get caught up in and watch.
Right. Yeah.
Right. And then a lot of the meditations are a really good idea for that. So once a week is a good idea to like put down the electronics for the evening routine. So give yourself another hour, and that you're just not looking at the cell phones, the computers, the TV, and you're calming down. Read a like actual book, like a physical book.
I guarantee if you don't read books very often, as soon as you crack it open, you're going to sleep.
Right. Just knocking right out. So that's a good thing. So set that up maybe once a week on a weekend or something where you can really actually calm down and get a good night's sleep because you actually rested your mind enough to calm down and go for a nice night's sleep. Come up with some like cozy environment systems, right? So the summer's wild, spring's wild. We're doing all these crazy things. We're running around trying to get everything done. Our house gets to be a mess. Everything's disorganized. My clothes are all over the place. Yeah. My garage is an absolute mess from all the things that we've been doing. So it's a good time to slow down. Clean up, organize, catch up on all those things.
Declutter
a little bit and get ready. Like think about it like nesting, right?
Yeah.
So like when the women are pregnant, getting ready to nest, it's the same thing. You're just preparing for the spring. Right? And your brain actually really enjoys that. Having that calm, everything's put together, we're ready for that next adventure. Your brain loves that a lot in the background.
And then go buy all the blankets.
Yeah, all the blankets. All the cozy places, nice fall colors to calm things down. So those are good things to go. She loves the
I laugh.
candles. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I'll get the candles going
Right.
and like all the blankets.
Mhm.
Yeah, 100%.
Right. And so those are the things that we suggest for the natural versions of treatment for the SAD.
Mm-hmm.
Get some sleep, drink some water, eat some
Yeah.
good food, right? Take it easy.
Mhm.
The winter time is when we make the most babies because we're all chill. We're taking some time off for holidays, and so that's why we got all those babies in the summer.
Yeah.
'Cause during the winter, that's where we're making all the babies. So take it easy, right?
Yeah,
Calm
yeah. Good
down,
reasons. Good
right?
reasons.
Do the better side of things. Make babies, hang out.
Okay.
Don't do the other side. So when we get together in the winter, the other side of it's the highest rate of divorces after
Right.
the Christmas holidays because
Um,
people spent too much time together.
Also, high incidence for 911 calls and all of
Right.
that.
So let's go the positive route.
Yeah, let's go the positive
calm
route.
everything
Take care of
down.
yourself.
Right, yeah,
Do what you need to do.
journal, take some
Yeah,
vitamin D, do your
exactly.
morning
Yeah.
meditations, and maybe we'll have a good holiday season.
Oh, for sure.
Right? Good. Wrap around. So here, Texas FHC, the True Form System, we like to guide our patients in any way that we possibly can. So when the conversations do come up with us, I have lots of patients this time of year. They're just like, man, I'm just wiped.
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
just so tired. And we'll have this little conversation with them, like, hey, the seasons are changing. Have you been getting enough sleep? Have you been drinking enough water?
Right.
So we have lots of those conversations with our patients. It's super important for us that we track not just their musculoskeletal health, but what can we do to make everything better for them. And if you need any help with anything in the fall season, or you have some lingering pains from the summer activities, you can always give us a call, or you can find us on our website, texasfhc.com. We always interact with everybody through all of our social media. So we got a TikTok from Texas FHC. We got the Facebook, either Dr. Bone and Blessed or the Texas FHC there.
Mm-hmm.
And we love to communicate with the patients. We love to communicate with the public and trying to figure out how we can better ourselves to provide you with more information that's important to you. Until next week, we'll catch you later.
Hey, next week we're talking about sex, guys.
Ooh, there you go.
Oh.
Ooh, fun.